Shakil Ahmed Rame, thank you very much for granting this interview to Politics and Development magazine. Shakil is heading Climate Change Strategy Center at Climate Change Study Center at Sustainable Development Policy Institute in Islamabad. Shakil, please enlighten us that what is the link between gender and climate change? And there was a lady outside who was explaining that you guys always link gender to feminism. So, what is the myth and truth behind gender issue?
Gender is not about the female. Gender about everybody. When we're talking about gender, as I was explaining to that lady outside, we're talking about specific need, aspirations, knowledge, and capacity of each and everybody. We're definitely, when we're talking about these on four or five things, that means men have different perceptions, different capacities, different knowledge, different aspirations, different needs, and women have different things. So when we're talking about, we are talking about when we are making any policy or implementation plan, we have to take into consideration everybody, not only just needs of one sector or need of one sect. We have to take into consideration needs of everybody. So that is the link between climate change, because climate change will be impacting everybody without taking into consideration either they are male or the female. But what we are trying to say that we have to understand their needs and their capacities and their role.
So, this realization is not present at the policy level in Pakistan?
No, there is nothing about gender intervention. When we're talking about gender, I again say that it's not about the female, it's about everybody. It's about female and male, the both sexes. So at present and at a policy level, there is nothing about gender issue and their mainstreaming of gender issue in the policy formulation and implementation.
How the climate change calamities affect women in Pakistan? Can you give a few examples very quickly?
First of all, they are the main water bearer.
They are the main
water bearer.
Water bearer.
They are fetching water from far off places. If you visit to the Balochistan, to interior Sindh, if you are visiting the southern Punjab, it's a women. It's their duty to bring water for the home. And we're talking about climate change. There will maybe the droughts, less availability of water in long term. So the women will be main impacted because they have to travel more. They will be suffering. Second, they are also heavily involved in agriculture practices. We're talking about this here, although it is not accounted in Pakistan because they are the free labor. So when there will be impact on climate change productivity, so that means men can migrate, but women will not be able to migrate. So they will be one of the major victim. And about health, because we were talking about health, women have less access to the modern facilities of health, and they will be also be suffering during the pregnancy. For example, if there will be diarrheal disease, the bad stomach, if they have malaria, if they have dengue fever like that, actually it is projected by climate change there would be in these all things. We witnessed dengue fever in Pakistan in the last few months. So many victims, and there would be increase in diarrheal disease in Pakistan. If you're talking about take the government documents itself, they speak about the diarrheal disease as the increasing in Pakistan, are there high prevalence of diarrheal disease. Climate change also bring this, and definitely it will be impacting women more than the men because they are the weak physical structure.
So, whatever SDPI is doing in that regard, to what extent it is being taken care of by the government, to what extent policies are formulated while keeping in view your suggestions or recommendation, or they are just falling on deaf ears of bureaucrats and politicians?
At present, there is no policy. Actually, we have only one policy on climate change. That is
You were talking about task force. Can you repeat what you said during your?
There is only one draft climate change policy. In that draft climate change policy, there is not much about specific issues of gender. So we're trying hard to negotiate with government, to debate with government, to bring it into the mainstream. On climate change task force report, there is only 2 paragraphs.
About
gender. And these are very generic. If you're talking about like that, Islamabad is a city, there are so many things, it's have buildings like that. It's like that, the two backup. There's nothing specific, nothing about the how to mainstream them in policy formulation and implementation, how to empower them, how to take care of their specific issues.
My question is that if the flood that affected both men and women, elder, youth, children, so why special focus on women?
Actually, if you look at that during that flood, who has the less access to the resources, to food, to other financial resources, everything? These are the women who have the less access. Men have the access. One thing. Second thing, during flood, men can migrate due to our social norm culture.
But men would always migrate with their families.
For their families. But who are the main victim? Because when the family is left behind, that's mean first the man was here. Man was here. He was taking care of family. He was head of family. He was taking care of the children, to bringing them everything. No, all duties suddenly have shifted to the women.
Okay.
She has to take care of daily course of house, and she also have to take care of outside of house. So she has double duty. One thing, and second thing, they are weak. They are more susceptible to the disease that can be spread due to these floods or the disasters. So they are more vulnerable, and children and elder people are also vulnerable. But we're talking about the women because her duty has increased, because she is also the main food provider in the home, because she is cooking, she is doing every stuff. When the men also have left the home for other factors, that's means her duties are going to be enhanced, increased.
Women are progressing in Pakistan. The Speaker of National Assembly is a woman. There are the Information Minister is a woman. Women are now flying fighter planes. Prime Minister of Pakistan was a woman, and she was Prime Minister twice. There are so many women in the Parliament. So why? What are they doing for women and climate change? Is Pakistan benefiting from the presence of female legislators in the Parliament?
Actually, they are female legislatures, they are the female members of parliament. But we have to look into to whom they are representing. They are representing the elite class. If you look at carefully analyze who they are, they are relative to some other political leaders. So they are not the political workers. They are relatives to the political leaders. So they
you mean they are not elected representatives? They do not have a constituency.
Maybe one or two have. But the issue is that either they were a political workers who came from the grassroots, who worked on these things, either they are just relatives to somebody. One thing. Second thing, we have some islands of brilliance. You're talking about our Prime Minister for 2 times, our Information Minister, our Speaker. We have the islands of brilliancy, but it's not the spread at the grassroots level. There are only few examples which can be counted on the finger. They are powerful. And we're talking about the Speaker of National Assembly. Trace out who is he. He is a wife to a very powerful minister in Sindh. So he is also a relative. So one way or another way. So they are not the political workers.
Okay, Shakil, my last question. What would you conclude from today's sitting, which lasted for almost 2 hours?
I want to just only say one thing. We should not talk about in terms of the men and women. We should talk about individual and individual needs and their capacities and responsibilities and their duties and their rights. And then we're taking care in this sense. I think we can bring all voices at one place, and that can help to devise us right policies.
Thank you very much.